Hi everyone, I'm Pritika and I'm back again to talk to you about the importance of respectful workplace behavior. This is a topic that's really close to my heart because after having worked in the corporate space for over 14 years, the one thing I feel that is really lacking and there's very little emphasis on it is respect. Respect for any individual in the corporate scenario. And I feel that because individuals give so many hours in the workplace, some amount of sensitization needs to be done for leaders and actually for everybody at every level on what respectful behavior actually means. It can take a number of forms, and I think in India, particularly, the problem is very, very deep rooted. It's my opinion that it starts from our schooling, it starts from how people generally are perceived. It's about personal space and personal boundaries, and it's about habits wherein we like to drag in the personal viewpoint or person's weakness into a conversation. And this, I think, this video is more of a reminder to everyone not to do that and to just be respectful from a number of perspectives. And this is very, very important as well if you look at it from a perspective of productivity and employee retention. There are times when some amazing talent from a company leaves and everyone's wondering why. And if you actually do a deep down drilling of what really happened, it usually percolates into respect or the treatment of the individual. And apart from other factors, like maybe they got a better opportunity or maybe they got offered more money. But loyalty is something that is based upon the respect and how a person is made to feel, and also looking at what respect really is. It's something that is in a very wonderful article that I was reading about respect. It's likened to air. So till the time you have enough air supply, you don't even notice that it's there or that you need it, and your demands and needs just continue to build upon that and increase. But if you take away the air, which it is the basis of life, so you can no longer breathe and you can no longer thrive. So respect is one of those basic things that I think are rarely spoken about in any fora that I have come across. So let's get into it. Thank you. So now, highlighting why respect is so important. So I was reading this Harvard Business Review article from which I've taken these figures. So every time an employee experiences some form of disrespect, um, 80% of those kind of employees who've experienced disrespect will spend more and more time thinking about the bad behavior or the bad treatment that they were subjected to. So 80% of those. So we think sometimes, a leader may have just said something in passing or brushed off an employee, thinking that, all right, this person will get on with their work now. But 80% of such people are spending time just reliving how they were spoken to or how they were treated or how they were made to feel. This leads to a very staggering 48% reduction in their productivity. So that's a very, very big reduction. And I feel that disrespect is something that's not just meted out to employees who may not be, who may be below average performers. Sometimes there are certain employees who might be top performers to whom disrespect is meted out. And if their efforts are reduced by 48%, it's going to impact business in a big way. So, this is something to be very, very careful and mindful about. If you're questioning why productivity is going down, it's probably because of something intangible like disrespect or a lack of respect. This further percolates down to customer service. Now, if the employee is not being treated fairly, or if they perceive that they're not being treated fairly, and they have a role to interact with customers, I think you can imagine how that conversation would percolate in terms of customer service, in terms of customer interaction, in terms of what they convey about the brand. So again, as someone who is from a corporate communications and PR background, to me, this is the start of a very bad PR story. Just something like this is like the first symptom, or the root cause rather, of a very deep problem that maybe it starts being created at this juncture. And this is wherein we need to take our people on board, have a conversation with them, apologize where it's due. So yes, so this is why, if you're just looking, I think respect is very important from a humane perspective, but I'm just putting these numbers out there for people who need further justification on why it is important, and we don't have time to deal with this, and we don't have time to care for everybody's feelings. I think the creation of a respectful workplace is extremely important, because more than earning money, a person does come in to be respected for their talents, to feel that they are included. So, yes, let's move on to the next slide. Now, what are some of the types of disrespectful behavior? Um, as leaders, I feel like this slide is more for leaders, team managers, supervisors, people who basically have a team under them. So, what can be considered as disrespectful behavior? Criticizing somebody. Maybe someone's created a presentation and the plan that they've presented is completely off track. So just calling it outrightly off the mark, or just giving some unsavory comments, is not going to yield any results. Belittling a person, so making fun of them, especially in front of their team members. I think even one on one, it should not be done. But yes, usually this kind of behavior has a bigger impact when it's done in front of a whole team of people, and usually is calling them names. So maybe some names have stuck with some people, and I think that should just simply be um, removed or eliminated, even if you think that you're being friendly, and it's just a funny nickname that suits a person. In the workplace, it's not really conducive to productivity and respect. So then bias is a big one, because bias can be obviously in terms of maybe a team leader or a manager has a couple of favorites, so they are more likely to listen to them. Bias can also be in other forms, like listening more to a particular gender. So bias is the root cause, I think, where discrimination, where discrimination starts. You know, discrimination basis gender, discrimination basis political ideologies. Any kind of discrimination, really. So this is something that I think everyone should be aware of and keep it in check. We all do have our biases, yes. Either we become open about them and admit to them with ourselves, and then just as long as we're aware of them, I think we can manage them better. Then the third is body language, the tone of voice, and the demeanor. So you may be politically correct in asking someone to please do this, but there might be a tone of sarcasm. Even please can be said very, very sarcastically. So, tone of voice can be loud, it could be aggressive. Body language can be wherein you try to enter someone's personal space, which makes the person feel intimidated. So I think these are the kind of pitfalls one should be very aware of, that everybody needs a little bit of personal space, and in order to just feel safe and respected at the workplace. Then harassment. Harassment is obviously, it goes into a legal loop, and I don't want to touch on that too much because I'm talking mostly about the day to day kind of behaviors that create a less than healthy workplace, right? So, harassment is like sexual harassment. And there are many other forms of it. I think I have seen cases where people have been uh, harassed for productivity. Someone was on sick leave and was forced to work during that time. And so there are many types of harassment, but I believe that the most prevalent one in our country is the POSH, or the sexual harassment, the prevention of sexual harassment policy, which actually has a proper working assigned to it. But yes, there is no end to the type of harassment that can be meted out, but that's more of an HR issue. So let's kind of just stick with what we can do about these and how can we circumvent it. So here are some positive behaviors that I feel that reinforce respect, and I'd like to give you examples of each of them. So encouragement is wonderful because, for example, you have a team member in sales and they are very timid, they're not confident in speaking to people. Encouraging them by telling them things like, you have wonderful ideas, you really have really good thoughts, and I really see you stepping it up and being at the next level. I really, really think that if you work for it, you can you can get a promotion, or you can win those 5 accounts that you have a target to win. So encouragement is really important because it keeps showing the person, it gives them the motivation to work towards the next level. It nurtures them, right? So yeah, so instead of criticizing, try to encourage and try to see them at the next level, and try to bring them to align with your vision. So yeah, then listening is a very important one because, again, many employees who feel like there's a bias against them, who feel like, oh, what's the point of me sharing an idea, they will listen to the other person anyway. That kind of behavior creates disengagement. So making sure that everybody on your team feels included, feels like they're part of something, that their thoughts count, their ideas count, is extremely important for the leader. And this will help create a better culture. And again, it'll have a really wonderful impact on productivity and team building. So listen to people. That's very, very important. Then nurturing. So nurturing people means, so here I'd like to give you an example. So I was very shy, and I was terrified of public speaking, and my leader, who was the country manager, in so he knew this. He knew that obviously I have a problem with speaking to people, and while he did criticize me at many points, he also went ahead and invested in a very costly training for me for public speaking. And it was a gesture that made me feel very valued, like I was a very valued team member, valued enough that he wanted me to level it up. And even though the thought terrified me, I mean, it built a kind of loyalty towards the company that no compensation can, create that kind of loyalty. So these are the kind of gestures that that nurture people, that you're aware of their weak points, but maybe you invest in their training in the right places and help them to uncover their potential, which even they cannot see in themselves. Because honestly, the talent pool is like that. You may have employees will come and go, but how they speak about your brand even after they leave is another thing. Every kind of employee that you hire will have certain gaps. So if you're building your brand even as a leader, as who you are, you'd want to be known as someone who is a wonderful leader, who guides and who nurtures. So yes, nurture is extremely important. It's like walking the talk, really. Inclusion. So inclusion, again, it kind of overlaps with listening, but inclusion is more activity based. So just making sure that nobody's left out, which means, when you're calling your team out, taking everybody's name, so that everyone feels included, asking people who don't really speak up that, what do you think about this? So that's how you create inclusion. And finally, praise. So, praise is something we're all familiar with. We love to hear words of encouragement and praise for a job well done. Sometimes, as a team leader, you may forget because there's a lot on your plate, but I think just penciling in that time to make sure that you've said a few words of encouragement to people who deserve it, and saying it in a way that creates more behavior towards that creates more positive behavior is very important, because praise can also create jealousy and competition, unhealthy competition, and we don't want that. So praise needs to be even. Maybe it's one on one, however you feel, but definitely take the time out to praise someone for a job well done, especially if that person is really doing their best. So, yeah, these were just a few of my thoughts on respectful behavior and its importance. I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much, and do share your suggestions. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.